me take a couple of minutes to tell you about the ham radio starter kit from buytwowayradios.com. The THUV88 from TYT starter kit was compiled by hams for hams. It has everything you need to get started as a new ham radio operator at minimal cost. It would work great for a ham radio club offering a technician license course or program where you're getting new hams licensed to get on the air. It comes in handy for hams who are on a budget, and it would make a great gift for the ham radio operator in your life. The TYT THUV88 holds 200 channels. It features both dual weight and dual standby. It receives FM broadcast radio and has a high illumination flashlight. It comes standard with a 1400 milliamp hour battery, a belt clip, a desk charger, and a removable antenna. It has many accessories available for upgrade, including bigger batteries, higher performing antennas, external mics, earpieces, and car adapters. It is also USB programmable. Check the link in the description below, and thank you to buytwowayradios.com for supporting this channel. Blackout. There it is. Good evening to everyone. I lost my earbuds. Ham Radio 2.0 Sunday night live stream. And guess what? It is hot outside. Who else was hot here? You know, I was on W5KUB stream like 2 years ago, and they were talking about how they were excited about Winter Field Day because now our equipment's going to get a real test because it's such pleasant weather at Field Day. It's in the 70s, and it's always nice. These guys are in like Missouri, or maybe not Missouri, somewhere up north, somewhere like in the Midwest or Mideast, I guess. I don't know. And I'm like, come to Texas for Field Day, son. Yeah. Oh, boy. So, yeah. The Field Day was both good and bad, so we're going to talk about that. But I want to show you a couple of quick things first. First off, a week from tonight is July 3rd. If you look at your calendar, you'll see I'm right. And I kind of didn't realize that July 3rd was on a Sunday until like a week and a half ago. So we're going to do a happy hour because presumably most of you in the USA do not have to work on Monday, July 4th. So we're going to do a happy hour in the place of my Sunday night live stream this time next week. I haven't decided yet if that's going to be the official July happy hour or if we're just going to impromptu it. I don't know. We'll do something, and maybe we'll do one later in the month. We'll see. I love doing the happy hours, but I don't want to oversaturate the happy hour because it's kind of a special, unique time for everybody to get together, and I don't want it to become stale. So, like doing happy hour, I thought I'd take advantage of the holiday weekend or the holiday being on a Monday. And so we're going to do that there. So, everyone's be sure to mark that on your calendar for this time next week. Because this question comes up every time, okay? The giveaway link for tonight, for the drawing tonight, is closed. I closed it about 90 minutes ago. So, I usually close it around noon, maybe 1 or 2 o'clock on Sunday. Wasn't back from Field Day quite by then, or I was. I got back about 1, and had to unpack the truck and whatnot. Anyway, I closed about 5:30 p.m., about 90 minutes ago, and I created the new one for next month already. Next month, we're going to be giving away some GMRS radios. I've got a bunch of GMRS radios that were sent to me to do a review on. I've got some other ones, and most of them are brand new in a box, except that I've opened them and put them on video. So I've got, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 8 GMRS radios to give away next week. And let me put that link in the chat. I created that earlier today. There it is right there. And that is for next month. Now, I sent an email out earlier, and then I sent a correction to that email because my email provider put an HTTPS in front of the URL, and that URL that I share, that hr2.li, is an unsecured URL, but it's just a redirect. It's just redirecting you to aweber.com, which is where my email list is. Okay, so don't worry about the unsecured URL, blah, 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 blah. It's just a redirect. So I corrected that, and I had over 390 people sign up just today from my email, so I know that that link is working, but that's going to be the link for next month. Again, the link for tonight is closed. 5 people are going to win antenna analyzers tonight. 3 rig experts, 2 nano VNAs, but that link is closed, and had to close that and make sure that we got all the names put together and all the list for everything tonight. So that random number generator will be used here in a minute, and we will go from there. So good luck to everybody tonight. Want to give a special shout out to all the folks in the chat with green text in their name. Radio Wayne, East Wayne, Texas, I think that is. Wayne, Radio Wayne, Texas. Ed, AC3IK, saw you in there. Colt 45, Andy Callie, of course. James Totten, Ben, NI5B. Appreciate everybody being here. You guys are all my YouTube channel members. Thank you for supporting the channel. Special shout out to all the YouTube channel members tonight. So let's go ahead and bring on these guys there and unmute. What's up?
These jokers.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
I don't recognize any of you without a beer in hand.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Kinda
Frank.
weird.
Hey, Frank, let me fix that.
I can't see
you guys are. You guys look
being blocked by your
clean
green screen.
and not
Yeah.
sweaty.
Yeah.
I was about to say, that's
There's
the
no-
big difference.
I'm on the teetering edge because it's still 80 up in my office.
Ew.
No,
Oh, yeah, you've got that AC problem up there, don't you?
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah,
Hey,
well, it's
If you-
still a lot cooler than it is outside. So
yeah, that's true.
If you don't mind, let me take a real second real fast. I forgot to say this on my last stream. I know both of these guys are in the room here. James Jen, thank you for your super chat. I forgot to say thank you in my last stream. And Serena Green, thank you again for super chats. I bounced out pretty fast and I blanked on it, and I apologize. Back to you, Jason.
I'm sure they'll forgive you, Frank. So,
I mean, we do all the time.
yeah.
They're
Yeah,
currently
exactly.
they're
Yeah.
currently disputing the charges.
Reverse.
Yeah, yeah.
Reverse. Abort.
Abort. Reverse charges. All right. Let me pull up. I'm going to pull up a website. So there was some talk on. I don't know if you guys watch. What is the campfire thing called? James, I know you're in
Ham
the chat.
Radio Campfire.
Ham radio campfire. Is that what they call it?
I think that's
Okay.
what it is.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
on.
Ham Radio Adventure Guy was on his channel tonight. Last week was on Pat's channel. I
Yeah.
think they switched back and forth. Anyway, they couldn't remember. They were talking about the giveaway tonight, and they couldn't remember which model of RigExpert I was giving away. So I'm going to pull it up real fast, and that's what is going to be here. Okay, so these are RigExpert AA1500 antenna analyzers.
Nice.
Dang.
I got 3 of those to give away. I am purchasing them, but RigExpert themselves have given me a discount on them. So, I still do have to shell out money out of pocket. So super chats do help with that. Thank you for those who do support me. But they are discounted, so I'm not paying full retail price for them. The 2 nano VNAs that we'll be giving away tonight are being donated and drop shipped by Roger from R&L Electronics. So those are all
Very
charged
cool.
to me. So yeah, special thanks to R&L for that. So yeah, 3 RigExpert antenna AA1500 antenna analyzers and 2 nano VNAs. So that's what we're giving away tonight. All right. So what was up with Field Day, man?
I think
What
it was
was up
just
with
field
field
day.
day?
I think it was just field day in Texas because I've seen on the interwebs people having like thousands of contacts. I was like,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
So I think someone just took on Texas and said, "You guys don't get to play radio today."
Yeah.
That was the worst field day I've ever, as far as band conditions. I mean,
Yeah.
field day is always fun. We go out in the field, we have fun, we get kind of loud, and we're out in the country. We don't care, and it's always a fun time to hang out.
Wow.
And, just kind of
got
do
quiet.
stuff. Yeah. But so we had fun. But as far as band conditions go, that was probably the worst field day band conditions that I've ever experienced since I've been doing field day.
I forgot.
So-
Did anyone take a picture of Mike's scope when he showed how bad
On the radio?
Yeah.
No.
How bad it was.
I've got something here. I can. Do I? Not really.
Hmm.
I've got the video I sent to that one antenna manufacturer
Oh yeah,
here.
that one.
That antenna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me.
Yeah. James, thank you for the super chat.
All that noise.
There you go. Look at all that
Yeah.
noise.
That was like the clean version.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The other
But
version
40
had everyone
meters-
dropping F-bombs every 5
40,
seconds.
40 meters looked like I was at home on the radio. There was so much RFI.
That's
So-
one way
And-
to.
I still
One way
made
to
some
describe it.
contacts on 40 though.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
It made it not fun. And
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
like probably
Yeah.
like Friday, I was like, well, I
Yeah.
said to you, Jason, I think every time I do field day, getting on the air is less and less important to me.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
more about like, I really just wanted to get out and get up there and relax
Mhm.
and just hang out with everybody. And that's, I mean, field days every day for me, for Papa
Yeah.
Poda.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I-
it's
so-
more about hanging out and, those things.
Yeah. Right.
Is that a broom I see?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like a Roomba on the far left over there.
Yeah.
So K6ARK says he had a ton of Texas stations on 40 CW. CW is packed. And I've heard other people say that too, but let me tell you something. FT8 was freaking dead. I mean, I
Yeah.
would call CQ for I would make about one contact every 10 to 20 minutes on FT8. I stayed on 20 meters pretty much for FT8. And when FT8 is dead, my God. I mean, I saw people calling CQ, but either everyone was calling CQ and no one was answering. Or because I tried when I first got on FT8, I saw people calling CQ field at CQFD, and I would just double click on them and let it roll, make that contact. And about 3 out of every 4 times, the QSO died in the middle on step 2 or 3 or something like that.
Don't take our whining about the band conditions as a true representative of all the band conditions.
Right.
That was our
Right.
location. And
Well,
And
the noise
back-to-back
was
solar
our
storms.
location. The noise was our location. The solar storms, I
Mhm.
think, was more widespread than that. But yeah, I heard from several sources that CW was much better. So I find it odd that CW was so good and FT8 was so dead. But maybe people still aren't bought into the whole FT8 at field day thing. I don't know, man, and that's fine. Randall, thank you for the $10 super chat. Rick, thank you for the $19.99 super chat. Appreciate you guys being here tonight.
And we
So-
did try our due diligence. We did
Oh, yeah.
unplug all the we turned off all the generators,
Mhm.
unplugged everything except pretty much the radios and the converters and solar cells, and it was still noisy. But now, to be honest, this has been fairly consistent at our undisclosed location, being fairly noisy though.
Yeah, there's power lines that
Yeah.
run up and down the road that come into the gate, and I suspect that's where the noise is coming from. However, if the band is up, the last winter field day and last year at field day, when the band when the magic RF gods turned on the field day switch and let everyone on the bands,
Mhm.
it was packed. 20
Oh,
meters,
yeah.
you couldn't find a spot
Yeah.
to do a run. You had to do search and pounce on 20 meters. It was so packed.
Mhm.
And we just did, even with the noise, even in between all the noise blurbs on the scope, the band was just empty. So
Mhm.
empty for field. It wasn't empty, but for
Yeah.
a field day, it was
Yeah.
empty. I put it like that.
Because Kyle did a stream AA0Z,
Mhm.
and he had his scope put up, or his waterfall put up at the bottom, and his was packed. Like there was in his location up in Missouri, for some reason he was able to hear a lot more than what we were hearing out
He was
there.
doing CW as well.
Yeah.
Because I saw some tweets from him. So Christiani says there's a double sunspot that's getting bigger and is facing the Earth for a few days. That may have been causing problems. That's what we were talking about that, so we were aware of that. Let me also say thank you to TC Fitz 1776 super chat, the most magical number in the world, and Gabriel Guzman, thank you for the super chat, and Ben and Lance, thank you for the super chats. Appreciate you guys supporting this effort. I love doing these giveaways. I absolutely love it. A lot of the stuff I'm giving away next month has been donated to me, so I don't really need it. Sure, I'll take your super chats anyway, but but that's cool. And we're gonna do some bigger stuff towards the end of the year.
We
It's gonna do
were-
some really,
Oh
What?
yes, go ahead. Please finish your thought.
we're gonna do some bigger stuff towards the end of the year, November, December. I've got a couple of ideas that I'm working on, so we'll see what happens with that. Go ahead, Frank.
You were saying trying to get some CW operators.
Mhm.
Adam says he and Red Summits might need to
I
come
see
down to the Deer Lease next year.
I don't know. You California. I mean, Charlie would be okay. I think you California guys might melt out here, man. I don't know. I don't know if you get Charlie would be okay. Charlie, Arizona boy, he'd be okay out there. But yeah, I don't know. It's we'd have to make sure we have like plenty of water for Adam. You know.
Well,
So
it was
this guy goes up to mountains
hmm
and sits in subarctic temperatures to do ham radio. It's a little bit different from what we
Yeah.
had this weekend. Thanks, Frank.
Man,
on average,
So-
it was 102 Thursday,
least.
Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
That's just the regular temperature. That's not taking into effect the humidity and all that kind of stuff, making it feel like it's like 105 to 106.
Right.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
Correct. Yeah.
now let me jump in here because lest people think we didn't have any fun, we had a
We had
lot
a
of beer.
blast.
We had a whole mess
Yeah.
of beers.
There was a lot of
I
beer.
finished a bottle of
Jungle
whiskey on my own
juice.
right.
And, yeah.
No one had to drive. We were
Yeah.
stuck in the woods.
Nobody nobody got
voluntarily stuck in the
dehydrated.
woods.
Mhm,
We
mhm.
occupied ourselves in other ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Adam says it's 117 here at his home QTH. I find that hard to believe.
Wow.
Mm.
I think he's messing with us, but maybe not. I don't know.
Depends on what part of SoCal he's in.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
out towards the desert. It gets pretty
Yeah.
hot out there.
It says 120 in the desert, but I'm like, yeah, but you don't go to the desert, Adam. You go to the mountain and go
Yeah.
up.
There's still
Nice
snow
and
on the
cool up
mountains.
there. Yeah. I'm just teasing Adam. He'd probably be fine out here. So
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we were
and it's
supposed
always
to
a good time.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to have N8YO come out last winter field day, and I think that was around the time that something changed in his job. Then he had to do something,
He
and
had to
since then
bail
he's got a
last
new.
minute.
Yeah, since then he's got a new job, but he was going to be our CW guy for winter field day. So yeah, we'll probably try to get a CW guy. Sometime upcoming.
Mhm,
We'll see.
mhm.
We'll see what happens next year. But it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, we definitely had fun. Do either of you guys have those videos that you on your computers that you can have access to?
Which ones?
Any of them? Any of the boom boom? Anything that
No,
goes
I
through-
haven't put anything on my.
Frank's got all of his on a
I haven't-
drive. So
I haven't either. I haven't put any of mine up yet.
Well,
Uh,
yes, I do.
yeah. Okay.
I just started filtering through some. I don't know how I'm going to get the sound to all of them though.
Okay. Well, it's not a big deal. I just oh, there's an 8YO in the chat.
Speak of the devil.
I'll make it
Hey.
eventually. Too damn hot this year for Yankee down there.
Aw.
N8YO at least understands
Yeah.
the difference. Yeah.
I'm sorry it was 80
Uh,
degrees at your field day today.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we are actually in the field. It was it was just draining, man.
So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I guess the
Draining.
Yankee will come down for winter field day because
Mhm.
our temperature. Okay,
You'll
my
think
gripe
it's
with,
summer.
yeah, my gripe with field days is why do they put it in the worst months for Texas? It's either this stupidest cold that it could be or the hottest it could be over in July. So you got January where it could be really, really, really cold, and it's
it's
or
planned by a bunch of,
July.
it's planned by a
Because-
bunch of people in Connecticut.
Yeah, I was gonna say the air
I
out
was
in
about to say.
Connecticut. It's like it's 73 degrees out. Let's
Right.
play field day.
It's ARRL field day.
I saw Izzo in the chat, and Izzo was saying that
Yeah, he's in there earlier.
he was talking about he had cigars and friends, and we kind of did the same thing. But I think up there it was like 85, 90 degrees. So even field day up there is a
Wow,
little
that's,
bit. That's hot
wow,
for
that's
them.
hot for Connecticut. Golly, that's hot for Connecticut.
It's 79 degrees right now in Newington, Connecticut.
Whew. That's just
It's-
terrible.
I tell you what, right here it's cooled off. It's actually quite nice outside right now.
Yeah.
It's 101.8 here.
Hey, Serena's in the chat, Frank.
yeah, I saw.
Thank you for the super chat, Serena. So, yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it's you know what? The last 2 or 3 years that we've all done the field day at the deer lease, it's not been this hot. It's usually in like high 80s, low to mid 90s, something like that.
Yeah.
It was hot this year. So,
It's been hot
Um,
this year.
yeah, it has. It
But I
has.
will say I was up at around 6:15 this morning, and it was really nice. And it only lasted for 2 hours before it became the third side of hell. But
Uh-huh.
for that window of 2 hours, when I was just up walking around, drinking the coffee in a can. He's going, you know what? This is why can't it be like this all day?
Mhm.
Yeah, see, I didn't get out of bed until like 8 o'clock, so it was already
You
over.
missed it.
I went and took down the DX Commander, and I'm like, I'm already sweating. It's like, great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, here we are.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's how you remove a log,
Yeah.
friends.
Oh. Yeah, that log was really upsetting to several of us, so we had to remove it.
It needed to die.
Jason, I saw a couple things in the chat from people
Yeah.
over in Restream that were asking about how to enter the contest.
Yeah, okay. So I said that at the beginning, but we got a lot more people watching now, so thank you. That's a good question. So the drawing for tonight closed about 2 hours ago, about 5:30 p.m. Texas time. I have to take the list, sort it, make sure there's no duplicates or just BS information in there. Sometimes the form has just like garbledy-goop in there. So I have to go through and clean it up and make sure I know what I'm looking at and everything. Make sure I hide everyone's email address. I don't like showing email addresses on the stream. In fact, I need to make sure that's done. So it's closed for tonight, but and I meant to yeah, there we go. But I've already set up the giveaway for next month, and Frank just shared that link in the chat again, and I just now pinned it to the top of the chat. So we're going to be giving away some GMRS radios. Thank you, Steve. Steve shared it also. And so next month is open. It'll be open until about this time next month, last Sunday night live stream of July. And but the signups for tonight have been open for more than 3 weeks. So I love it when I send the email on the last day saying, okay, last day sign up. And people are like, what?
And you get 100 new signups?
Well, I got 400 new signups today, which is
Gosh,
okay.
yeah.
Which is okay. But I got 3 or 4 people reply and say, am I too late? I didn't know about it. I'm like, it's been up there for 3.5 weeks, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Terrible.
So.
Oh, is this painting the grass?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, look at that.
So beautiful.
Is that the only one?
No, I didn't clip any of these yet. I just
Oh yeah,
copied
this
them.
is just raw footage. That's fine.
Yeah.
He wants to.
fine.
Oh, that one really went off. That was the geyser.
That was the paint can, I guess.
That's my sharp shooting when it's not tannerite. But we've got some redemptions here for my tannerite shooting.
Yeah.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to spoil any of
Yeah.
this. It's my last one I'm going to show.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Nice. Nice.
That was 4 bullets and 3 paint cans.
And 3 hits.
Did I miss one? Yeah, I did.
You missed
Yeah.
one, only
Yeah.
one. Great shooting.
No, I think I missed 2. I missed the very first one. I think. I don't remember.
The
Who
camera's
cares?
probably not on. We didn't catch
Who
that.
cares?
Yeah.
I will have to say though, Frank,
Mhm.
your shooting device. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. That has the open sight sorts back down to where things
Yeah.
used to be. That was a great reminder of how much I need to go back to the range and practice because I haven't shot open sights in forever. But that was fun.
Yes,
hit
yes.
I love that. I love that
yeah.
thing too.
Yeah. I kind of grew up shooting that rifle,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad has the Winchester version of it, and I hit my second shot on that one that Frank had, and I was happy with that. I was like, okay, this is good. I can do that. Oh, look, they're coming through Facebook now.
I was
What do
about to say, how do you get bots through Facebook?
Wow. Oh,
You reached a
can't
new level.
smash it.
Huh?
If I block it, it blocks your bot.
I just
You blocked your bot now. No Facebook
No.
message will come through.
well, I just put it in a short timeout. I didn't block it permanently.
Okay.
You'll have to
So-
go over to Facebook and remove them. They're getting
Yeah.
crafty.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Yeah. Hey, check it out. They're kind of smart. So, all right.
So minus
so-
other some funds. What else did we do?
So,
Lots of food.
yeah, lots of food. Do you have any pictures of the food, Frank? KB9LHT says, "Damn it, Beavis," and that reminds me of the video I put up. So I'm gonna go find the video I put up. So Frank, if you have any pictures of the food,
Yeah.
We've got videos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Look at that.
Look at this expert craftsmanship.
There. Yeah. I
Look at
muted the
this.
video.
You'll
Yeah.
see the full videos on the YouTube channel, All Ham, No Radio.
That's right.
Ooh.
That is correct.
There's that time lapse.
That's some nice time lapse.
Neat.
Yeah.
I'm getting the protein sweats just watching this.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
Put him on the grill. Look at that. Ah,
It was so hot you had to put a chunk of ice underneath the thermometer so that it would read correctly.
do I think I took a picture of
I
that.
think you did too. Yeah, you put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
So there was like a frozen, one of those frozen blocks you put in a lunch pail and Frank had to put the thermometer on top of it so that the thermometer insides were cold enough to read the offset temperature from the probe.
Oh gosh.
I gotta find the monitor. Where's my monitors? Left. No, that's camera. Monitors. Left screen. There we go.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the
goodness.
thermometer says I've had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, when we were doing Mike's smoke, Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. That thermometer, we literally had to I had to pick up, hold my hands on it to cool it down so the screen would start working again. So when I was smoking my ribs, I said, nope. I remembered I had these ice packs that I drove down with. So I had them sitting on the ice pack and I covered it with a plastic lid to keep the sun off of it. But
Well, we had to. Our cameras kept overheating when we were filming. We had to throw them in
talk
the
about
coolers.
this. Yes.
My freaking laptop kept overheating.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting on the table in the shade.
Mhm.
So craziness. Yeah. Yeah. Ed Schroer. I'm sorry. I know I'm saying your name wrong. Our CW operator proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that CW can get through where phone doesn't. That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
That's absolute. For those of you who might be new to ham radio, that's absolutely correct. CW is definitely a low or a high noise, low signal mode. So absolutely can do that.
Highlight on life at terminal velocities question.
Carlos said, just how hot was it in
Yeah.
Texas?
This one right here.
Yeah, how damn hot
there
is
it
it
is.
Texas? I'll answer you.
107, son.
In order for us to record a YouTube, we put our cameras in the fridges for 5 minutes, and then we can get 3 minutes of worth of recording before they had to go back in.
Wow.
Yeah. I put my laptop in the fridge several times. Left
Yeah.
it there for like 10 minutes and pulled it back out and did some more FT8.
I missed that. I was
So-
at work for that.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Or that was Saturday morning before you got there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was,
You know what
it was
wasn't
fun.
too hot this time?
The beans?
The beans.
Yeah.
The beans
I
were
enjoyed
not-
Frank's.
Yeah, those
Frank,
weren't hot at all.
They were good.
They were good.
They were flavorful.
they were tasty.
Hey, habanero. Sometimes they're on their game and they will light
That's
you
true.
up. Others, they're pleasantly flavorful. And they're nice when they're pleasantly flavorful. And they're
I agree.
amazing when they're on their game.
Yeah. Don says, no more please copy. Let's go back to POTA. There's plenty of please copy and POTA, my friend.
Frank, we should have put a
So-
cast iron skillet in the middle of the sun and tried to cook scrambled eggs in it. I didn't
I
think
did
about
have
that.
one. I did
did
have
you?
one. I know I didn't
Did-
put it in the middle of the
Oh,
sun,
okay.
but I had 2 cast iron skillets there that
We
we
could have
could have
done
done
that.
that. Yeah. I think that would be next
I have an idea for next year.
year. Do you want to
we
share
sh-
now?
We go to Alaska.
Yes.
We need to get a helium filled balloon
Yeah.
and do a vertical antenna, like a 160 meter quarter wave or half wave antenna, and just use
That's
use a balloon
idea.
as the to hold the thing up.
Do it.
You could literally use any
halfway.
balloon because it's so hot it will just already be a hot air balloon.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
helium. If you want to use helium.
I suppose you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
My
fun,
last
though.
cooking picture.
Yeah.
Big pot of beans.
That middle one,
Yeah.
I ate that one.
Yes.
I remember it.
It was cut funkily. I'm sorry.
I held
Yeah.
it in my hands
Yeah.
as I devoured
That's
it.
why I remember it. How it's cut.
All right, I want to play this real quick. So I think it'll play the audio. So no, wrong one.
We can't hear the audio.
You can't hear it?
Well, we
maybe going over YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay.
You watched this video.
I sent that to Chris, everybody, before he thought it was hilarious. The next one was I had to do it for Lord Callum as well.
You replayed that on your own. I think you're half the biggest so many times
Right.
at camp.
Well,
So-
I found it. I found it on Instagram, and then I ripped the audio, which you're allowed to do on Instagram, and I used it in the antenna videos.
So I see in the chat, Ben Williams says that hydrogen is cheaper than helium.
Mhm.
Hydrogen would also make a big bang when we decide to take the antenna down.
That's right. Yeah.
That will go with part
Yeah.
one we were just talking
Hmm.
about.
hmm
Ben, I like where your mind's at.
That's right. Right. Yeah, we don't want to catch anything on fire. That's the only thing.
Oh, it goes real quick. There's nothing's gonna come down on fire. It
Well,
when it mixes with oxygen, it is
yeah.
it
Yeah.
is very volatile.
All right, guys, let's give away some stuff. What do y'all think?
Let's do it.
Yes, I'll go ahead and send you
All
my
right.
address.
Okay,
Mhm.
good.
Well,
great.
well, you don't even have to do that, Jason. I
Do
know
that.
where you live. I'll show up there.
Okay, yeah. All right, so the
I'll
three
even come pick it up. You ain't got to
the
ship
three
it.
goofballs on the chat are not eligible to win tonight.
Aw, I got to
No,
enter six
you know-
times.
You notice that Noel's not here? He's hoping to win.
He's-
That's why he didn't join tonight.
Or he's asleep.
No, he's in the chat.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah. So I just want to show everybody. We've got I think it's 1,036. No. Yeah, 1,036.
There you
So
go,
look
Noel.
at this number here. Don't look at the column on the far left. Look at the numbers that I put
Mhm.
in.
Is
Okay?
those the email addresses I'm seeing?
No, they're not. They're names.
Oh, dates. Okay, they're times.
Names and dates.
Yeah.
45 auto, I agree. We could call that the
So-
Texas Zeppelin.
There you
Ooh.
go. So we got 100 and what I say, 36. Yeah, 100 or 1,036 rather. 1,036 in that. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put this there. I'm going to say 1036, and I'm just going to go ahead and just fire it off right now. We're going to give away the 3 rig experts first, and then the 2. Actually, should I give away the cheap ones first?
Yeah, give away the
Yeah,
cheap.
yeah.
Okay. All right, let's
Gotta
do
Build
the
the
2 nano.
anticipation.
Come
man.
on.
Patient.
2 nano VNAs first. Okay, so the 2 nano. So this is the first nano.
Well, they're
VNA.
not cheap. They're still great devices, but
Yeah,
they're,
they're
they're
good
not the
devices.
grand
They're
price.
cheaper than the rig experts.
The
so
coup de grace.
Yeah, yeah.
676. Okay. 6. Yeah, that's usually how I do it anyway. I don't know what I was thinking, but 676
I know
is
it happened this weekend. Your mind scrambled.
Roan Darty. DAUGHTRY. Generally speaking, when I do this, oh, you guys can't see that, Dan. I'm sorry. Okay, let me go back here.
You look at Red's
676.
comment.
No, I missed it.
Just look at Red's comment. Why, Red?
What do you say?
I'm not repeating that.
Oh, boy.
That's great.
I don't want to say it, Jason. It's
wow.
your channel.
Yeah, no. Wow. For Charlie, that's kind of bold for Charlie. He's such a nice guy.
And it looks like so awesome in forensics. If your SW stands for the Love Airline, welcome to the team, my friend.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Back to the giveaway. Who won it? Because we hijacked it
Roan,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Roan, ROHN, Roan as in the tower, Darty. Now, for whatever reason, when I grabbed the CSV file this time from the email list, it didn't give me the call sign like it usually does. But I've got your email address. I will email you after the stream. So congratulations, Roan Darty. Let's go ahead and do the other Nano VNA real quick. Nope, that's the wrong one. We're going to go back over here. And I'm going to click this one more time. 151.
I drank too much of that
Yeah. Bacardi.
way back when. Not
Oh,
anymore.
Yeah.
Mm.
151. That is Donald Friend. Donald Friend.
What a
150
pleasant name.
I
I know,
agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Donald Friend, 151. You've run a Nano VNA too. So
Congratulations.
I've got your
Don.
email address, and I will email you after the stream, probably tomorrow morning. I'll probably email you tomorrow morning. So congratulations to Roan and to Donald. Roan is a fantastic ham radio name, by the way.
They make great towers.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. If you're the owner of Roan Tower, hit me up offline. We need to do some
Yes.
tower giveaways, my friend.
Yes.
So
We need one for the
First
for
one
the deer
goes at
lease.
the deer lease. Yeah.
dude, I've actually got one for the deer lease. I've got
Where
5.
is it?
It's
We
in
need to go get that.
It's in storage. Well, I got Bob's too. Yeah, Bob's crank up tower. I need to go
Yeah.
get that for sure. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Hit me
Noel
up, son.
did
I get
ask-
weeks off at a time.
Yeah.
Noel asked if there was any projects that we should be doing out there, and we all like, nah, it's going to be hot.
Good old fashioned hole
Well,
digging.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, mix up some concrete. Mhm.
We'll we'll do that, but yeah, not until like September, October.
Yes,
so
and put a loop on the ground receive antenna.
Yes.
Ooh.
You know, I've heard that cuts out all the noise. If you have an RFI problem,
Yeah.
I think it was Callum that
Yeah.
said that on one of his streams. He just puts a big loop around his yard, and he's like, "I've got no noise whatsoever," and I'm like, "That's what we should do."
Is
Should we
that
just
he's
hook
using
some
that for
coax?
receiving?
Yeah, it's just receiving, so you have to have a separate transmit antenna.
So it's like it is a beverage antenna.
No.
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 Loop on the ground.
No, it's a loop on the ground as your
Okay.
receive port.
Uh-huh.
So you have to have a radio that'll separate the transmit and receive port, some sort of device. 7300 won't do it natively.
Mhm.
7610 I'm
There's
sure
things
probably
there's
will.
things you can get. for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. MFJ has some devices. There's other stuff out you can get to do that, but Flex will do it natively. I'm sure that 7610 will
Of
do
course,
it natively.
Flex will do it natively.
We should just run
But-
some coax to the perimeter fence. There's
That would be a big
Uh,
receive antenna.
yeah. Yeah,
That
that's-
would be
And separate it at the gate, the
Yeah.
front
Yeah.
gate. There you go. Problem
Oh!
solved. Problem
Yeah.
solved.
Keep the cows
Yeah.
away from it. They'll get some RF zap.
It's received. There's nothing going through it.
Yeah, I'll use it for transmit. Bam.
Jordan Townsend said it was good to talk to the ISS this weekend. He got
Oh,
an
very
ISS
cool.
contact. That's pretty
Yeah. And Frank, that was a fantastic presentation on your stream that you gave
Oh,
about the
yeah.
ARISS stuff.
Eris was just on my channel. We were talking about the ARISS program and all their STEM outreaches for the youth to get them interested in STEM and also amateur radio. And I didn't know they had equipment. They have their own
yeah.
equipment up there.
How you been, son?
Well, I
Mhm.
knew they had a radio, but I didn't know that was their equipment up there. I thought it was just they're like, hey, let's put a radio up there. Cool.
Did you think it was an HT that NASA flew up there and said, hey,
Hell
make some
yeah.
contacts?
just
We
about
saw
It was
the
about
budget.
bang.
You know how much
Bang.
it costs to
It was a
put
boat
stuff
boom.
up there? It's
Oh,
You know,
$20
I was-
bucks.
I was laying in bed last night thinking, why, oh, why did we not strap a fang to one of those tannerite cans? Why did we not do that? Because we
We
could have like
like-
had 4 cameras zoomed in on this side of the tank and that on the back side of the tank with a fang. There's 2 or 3 fangs out in there in my trailer. We could have put a fang on that 2-pound tannerite and just we could have all made that like
Fang
our
went
like
boom.
we could have all made that our YouTube channel trailer
Uh-huh.
from now until Kingdom Come.
Hey, Mike,
That
what's
would
a
have been
tank?
freaking cool. So put that on your to-do list for next year. We're
Yeah.
doing that.
Yes.
Yeah, for those wondering, a tank is a pond. For
Yeah, it's
some
a
reason
pond.
they call it a tank. It doesn't make any sense.
It's a stock tank.
Called a
It's where you
stock
water
tank.
your stock.
It's a stock tank.
So had
Okay.
you explained that to me when we were out in the field, that would have made a lot
I
of
s-
sense.
I
I've had a
said
lot of
that.
beer
You were
since
too-
then.
Uh,
No,
You were too
didn't.
busy arguing with me about the name
No, I
of it
wasn't.
to have listened to me. See?
Tried, Mike.
So
We tried.
yeah.
Izzo says Frank thinks the ISS got their equipment from the tailgate section at Hamvention.
Hayden says
Uh,
ISS needs a HR 2.0 sticker on the outside.
That would
Yes,
be
it does.
fantastic.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
it does. Yes.
The tank radio sticker. Bam. On top of the Ham 2.0. That's how they should
Yeah.
be.
You need a couple of bow things so we could resupply the ISS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll send it out into orbit.
Send
Put a
it in
2-pounder
orbit.
underneath it. Yeah.
So
We sent a couple things into orbit.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they should be able to repaint the ISS now with all the paint cans we send in orbit.
So if you have a graffiti artist that would like to go and scribe on the outside, I mean, your cans are already in orbit.
We had a good comment in the chat here from David Kilo Oscar 4 Romeo November Tango. Says next year you also raffle or give away a day to hang out with y'all at field day.
I don't think that's a prize.
I was going to say,
Yeah. I'm not
That
sure how.
comes
I
with
mean,
work.
I wonder if that. I wonder what that raffle would get us, like 50, 60 cents in the tanks. I don't know.
would we call that the ultimate loser?
The biggest loser. The ultimate loser.
Mhm.
If you wonder why we live
Biggest
in Texas,
loser.
let me tell you why we live in Texas.
All right.
Hold on. Let's see if screw it. I'm just gonna turn the phone around.
All right.
Nope,
Just
here we
turn it
go.
around. Yeah,
This
there.
is why we live in Texas.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that.
Home
What?
on the range.
You got some rain out there in your neck of the woods.
Wide
Coming
open
your way too,
spaces.
sir.
It's
I
supposed to
saw
rain
that.
tomorrow. My
It
poor
was
grass-
raining 20 miles from me.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
It's clear skies out here right now. So.
Hey, that's Texas though. We are minus Mike, all within somewhere in the DFW area, and it's never the same weather everywhere.
I
No.
didn't want to get too close to you guys.
Well, we're afraid
Uh,
you bring some of that Houston with you, so you can stay down there.
That's fine. I'm not in Houston.
True.
You're closer to it than we are.
I'm still 70 miles away.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with the big city.
No.
So what
Plus,
was
I got a state park 9 miles down the road. Why would I
That-
move anywhere else?
that
Yeah.
is an excellent point. The
Mhm.
You got
closest
three
park
state
is
prisons less than 4.
Oh no, it's right across the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably like a mile as the crow flies.
Mhm.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
out of the number of mania beverages y'all consumed, what was your favorite beer? Because y'all had a gamut of beers that you were drinking.
You know, I had that one that was like some sort of Irish cream stout, or no, Irish stout that was coffee and like 2 or 3 other things, and it sounded fantastic. I sent a picture of it to Good Game, and he's like, "That sounds awesome." It was not good. It tasted like a dry porter. It was just not good. I drank mostly like lighter beers this weekend because it's so darn hot. It's not fun to drink a dark heavy beer when it's hot outside. So that all day IPA, for an IPA, that's pretty tasty. What's that margarita one you had, Mike?
It's from St. Arnold. It's a Houston brewing company. I can't remember the name. I think I have one. There might be one left. I could go grab it, but it's so freaking good.
There was a fancy lawnmower and an all day IPA. I think 1 can of each left in the fridge. Those are pretty.
That fancy lawnmower is pretty good too.
Yeah,
Bill?
that one's okay.
Is that from St. Arnold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't. It's freaking hard to get Founders here for some reason. All the IPAs. Every time I go to the store, they're out, and if I see them, I'm like, oh my god. So fortunately, St. Arnold's is a freaking amazing brewery, and they make this variety pack that's got like their Art Car, which is kind of their flagship IPA, and I guess in the summer it's different because they've got like a summer ale, this margarita inspired beer that's got like salt and lime and stuff in it. It's freaking awesome. And then the fancy lawnmower, which is just kind of like a good Pilsner. And it's nice. It's a good variety pack. They're all great beers to drink when it's 100 and frick degrees out. So I still would prefer to drink all day IPA all day, but I'm a very big fan of St. Arnold. So
We need to come up with a beer that everyone would drink, and I will brew a field day beer for next year.
That's a great
I don't
idea.
know if we'd be able to agree on something.
I
like
know,
that.
I know.
There's enough
Well,
overlap in styles.
yeah.
I bet we can come up with
I-
something.
we could come up with something.
Cultures
I'm
I
sure.
like. Ambers I really
like-
enjoy. A red.
I like everything except really, really hoppy, like double and triple hopped IPAs.
Yeah.
That's really, I mean, that all day IPA is actually quite tasty. It's really good.
He truly
Kolsch's,
enjoys the
Hefeweizens,
bull
everything
pickle
like
beers.
that. Yeah, no pickle beer.
we didn't have any pickle beer.
We're not gonna do pickle beer.
What Shane? What do you like to brew?
I like to brew anything. I have a great recipe for a chocolate stout, a sweet stout. I've got a good recipe for a Kolsch. I have a good recipe for a Hefeweizen. I have a good recipe for a.
I could do a Hefeweizen. It's the most hoppiest I will go though.
And they're not really that hoppy.
Hefeweizen is not even hoppy.
It's
I-
not
I-
hoppy at all.
I don't like really hoppy beers, so stouts and IPAs are out.
Stouts aren't
Stouts are
aren't
not
hoppy at all
hoppy
either.
either.
They're the opposite. They're a malty. It's the
The
complete
only
opposite of
reason you
hops.
put a hop in a stout is to counteract the sweetness that you get.
Yeah.
You have to have a little bit bitterness to balance the sweetness.
Yep.
Mhm.
So the yeah, I mean a chocolate. You said a chocolate stout, Shane?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
chocolate sweet stout
I would love
or
to- brown
brown ale. I do a really good brown ale.
Okay.
I could do
Well,
a
either one of
brown.
those would be really good at Winterfield Day.
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of honey brown when I was like in my 20s. That was
Oh, yeah.
one of my go-tos. Like if usually I would drink Coors Light, but if I wanted to be fancy, I'd get like honey brown or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Another good question, or do you want to do another giveaway?
Let's do another giveaway. I want to do one
Yeah.
now, one at 8 o'clock and one at 8:15. Then we'll be done in time for I assume Rhea's stream.
I haven't seen anything pop up yet, but I'm keeping
Okay.
an eye on her channel.
I
Sometimes
still like
she
to try to
posts
be-
late.
Okay. I still like to try to be done by 8 o'clock. So
RF Field
or,
Tech,
I'm
to
sorry,
answer your
8:30.
question, I have not done a mead yet, but it's on my list. Honey is just super expensive right now.
I know a guy that makes mead.
yeah, you do. Makes really good mead too. All right, so we're going to give away a RigExpert AA1500. I believe, I haven't confirmed this yet. I'm pretty sure these are being drop shipped from Gigaparts. But whoever wins these, I'll put you in contact with the right people and get your information over. So don't worry about that. I don't have them in my possession, but I do have to pay for them before they're drop shipped, which is fine. I agreed to that about a month ago. So I'm pretty sure that Gigaparts is drop shipping them. So in fact, if fingers crossed, Gigaparts will be on the happy hour a week from today. So
Woot.
Nice.
let's pick. They're usually there, not for long, but they usually come in and make a few announcements and leave, which is cool. So okay, so here it goes for the first AA1500 RigExpert antenna analyzer.
Wow, that's the reason I'm here.
What's
Well, you-
I said, come on, it's the reason I'm here since you were talking smack.
Oh yeah.
now that you've joined the stream, you're no longer eligible to win.
Right,
so.
that's right. Yeah, you should have stayed in the chat.
damn.
Womp
Yeah,
womp.
you should have stayed in the chat. Bill S.
Heck yeah,
So,
Bill S.
Bill S.
Congrats,
is
Bill.
the first one to win AA1500.
Won yourself $1,000 antenna. analyzer.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
That's
So-
a pretty fantastic giveaway.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Yeah. Let me see if Bill S. if I can unhide. Okay, unhide all. See if I could get Bill S.'s call sign from his email address. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. Oh yeah.
Brett-
Okay. KF4 PCT Kilo Foxtrot 4 Papa Charlie Tango is Bill S. So congratulations, Bill, for winning a RigExpert analyzer, and I will be in contact with you tomorrow morning.
Make sure you download that AntScope software. It's really cool.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed using that on my
Yeah.
phone.
I actually like that more than I like using the analyzer itself. I just plug it into the laptop and run
I don't blame
AntScope.
Yeah.
Well, if you are by the antenna while you're running the analyzer, your physical being next to the antenna will affect it. So if you just put down the analyzer, if you could plug it right on into the antenna and use a short jumper that long, and you can see, and the analyzer, you go into the Bluetooth mode on my Buddy Stick Pro, or no,
Mhm.
I don't. I have a Buddy Stick. Mike has the Pro. And
You're
you
talking
can-
about a RigExpert Pro, Frank, but yeah,
Yeah.
RigExpert Stick.
Dick
Yes.
Pro.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah,
those.
I know
It's
I-
amazing.
I know
And-
what you're talking about.
And
Yeah.
then you can also plug it into the computer via the USB wire, and they have is it AntScope, the program?
Yeah.
AntScope 2.
Yeah. And run on the computer, which
Mhm.
opens it up, and a bunch of other options
Mhm.
are on there.
Mhm.
I had that at the Support Your Parks.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
running the AntScope software on the laptop with Don's 7,000 watt ham sticks.
So RF
Uh-huh.
Field Tech asks, what cigars did you have?
Yeah. I
So-
had an Arturo Fuente Añejo, and it
Mm.
was that's a really good cigar, but this one must have dried out at some point because I took it out of my humidor before I left for the weekend, but it wasn't as good as it normally is. So I don't know.
Nice. I had 4 cigars.
Did you have 4?
I
Okay,
think
only
I had
one.
4.
Wow.
I had 2 the day I smoked, and 1 every night I was out there. So it'd be 3 or 4 around there. I had a AJ Fuentes.
Fuente?
Fuente. Enclave is a
Mhm.
very good full body
That's a
cigar.
AJ. That's a AJ Fernandez.
Or AJ Fernandez. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Enclave. Yeah.
Arturo Fuente.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Don, my cigar brother from another mother, loves the New Worlds from
Oh,
the
yeah.
same manufacturer. Then I had a Padron 4000, which is a great just a great daily cigar. Just go pick it up, and always a good smoke.
That was a
had
great cigar.
Mhm.
Thanks for letting me have one of those. That was
no
awesome.
problem. That's
Those
one
are-
just one of my big go-tos. Then
Sorry,
from there,
wrong button.
I had it's not my favorite. I can't think of it. I can see the sticker. It
one,
was Pro
Oliva.
Magnum,
Yeah.
and by the this cigar manufacturer's out of Austin, and I keep blanking on their name. Rumacraft. That was it. A Rumacraft. Really, really enjoy their Cro Magnum. It is another full body cigar, and I go for full bodies because when you're drinking whiskey, those two tastes complement each other, both strong flavors, and you can really pick out some good notes.
I have a really tough time drinking whiskey when it's that hot.
Yeah.
To me, ice cold
Yeah.
beer is the way to go. That's
I
just me. Just me.
I finished my whole bottle of whiskey I brought up there.
Good
Brand
God,
new
man.
bottle.
I don't think Frank has that problem, Shane.
Yep, apparently not.
It
I saw
was-
you highlighted. I don't mean to interrupt you, Frank, but
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Stillwell posted he passed his general
Yeah.
at field day.
Mhm.
Congratulations,
Yes.
man!
Yes,
Welcome
yeah,
to
congrats.
HF. That's gonna you have just joined into a whole new world.
You've just
Mhm.
ruined every weekend with you and
Yes,
your wife for the next 10
It's a dark place.
years.
Best
Yeah.
hobby of hobbies you can get into. Then the whiskey I had, it was double oaked Woodford,
Mhm.
the reserve, Woodford Reserve double oaked.
It's a good one.
And it was really
it's a
hot.
great.
I have a Manhattan recipe that uses the Woodford and the double oaked Woodford as the mixers in there.
Mhm.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Paul Jameson. We had a total of 12 applicants this total last weekend. Everyone passed at least one exam. We had 2 0 to heroes. Gotta love
Nice.
AARG. So, yeah,
What?
congratulations to
So
that.
nothing to extra, all in one sitting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm envious. I'm
That's
envious. I need to
crazy.
start studying for my extra.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We've
I
had
think
guys
I
do
wanna-
that before at the other club.
What, Noel?
So we had some folks do that before over at Hearst.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something we've never done. We should maybe try that one of these times, but I don't know. I think I want to try to learn CW before I get my extra. I don't know.
I need
know.
time to get
If-
my extra.
If you get your extra first, when you do get your CW, you have so much more places to go.
Well,
Mhm.
fair point. Fair point.
And you can enjoy the other side of the bands while you're learning CW.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, I really want to practice my CW this year. I took a CW Academy course in 2020 and it was fantastic, but I want to try Long Island CW Club because everyone keeps recommending it. I've said this on stream before. But I've got an N3ZN key right here and want to plug that in, start practicing my CW for sure.
Mhm. So did
But yes.
anyone else had any good highlights from this weekend?
What have we
I-
not talked about?
Yeah. Mm.
Well,
We had great food.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HF, not so much.
HS not so much. Yeah.
We saw some cool antennas, some
Mhm.
not so cool antennas that I didn't get to see, but
Some
Yeah.
really cool accessories such as
yes.
the light with the stand.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
the-
yeah.
the-
Hopefully Jason will have a
slide.
video on that here
Yeah.
soon.
Mhm.
That's really cool, and I'd actually been considering buying one of those before, and I think I will purchase one. So I'll get your link, Jason, when your video comes out.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
that's cool.
hope the door chick is watching. Her marshmallows did go eaten. And
Yes. Yeah.
this is how we did it
Oh,
in
my
dead heat of
goodness.
Texas.
We
Took the
sacrificed.
flamethrower,
Oh yeah.
Sacrifice.
turn it
yeah.
upside down.
Is that a video, Frank? Or is
No,
that...
it's just a
okay.
picture.
Okay.
If there's
Yeah, but-
fire,
There's
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
You have more to show from that, don't you?
There's just one more. We got the 2 pictures.
I meant you have more to show from that. don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. You got a
Ow.
blister on your face. There it is.
Yee.
Two of
where'd
them.
you do that from?
1, 2.
The chocolate or the marshmallow
hot-
melted onto his
Hot,
hand.
hot marshmallow.
Yeah,
on
when
his
I
hand.
went to go put the marshmallow on the graham cracker, it melted and
Oh,
just
wow.
I,
That sucks.
I will say those bourbon flavored marshmallows, when you put them over the fire,
Mhm.
oh my god!
Yep.
She is
I agree.
amazing. I
Yeah.
don't know how marshmallows are made.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. They're amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
tell her thank
Yep.
you.
Yep. She's in the chat. She says thank you.
Yeah,
So,
they were. That was the
she's in there.
highlight, honestly.
Mhm.
It was really good. And Mike with the Hershey's chocolate. You can't go wrong with Hershey's chocolate.
Yes, thank
And
you.
the
How else
honey-
are you supposed to
honey
make a
made.
s'more?
Yeah.
Well, some people use dark chocolate. I wouldn't, but some
What?
people use dark chocolate. You know,
Gross.
different strokes for different
Monsters,
folks.
maybe.
No, milk
Who
chocolate
uses
all the
dark
way.
chocolate. Dark chocolate. Ugh. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I'll eat it, but
Not with a s'more.
not if there's literally almost
Yeah.
any other chocolate. White
Hey,
chocolate
Mike.
isn't chocolate, so we won't talk about that.
Monsters put Nutella on it.
No.
Dude, I'll put some Nutella
Yeah.
down. I've never
The
put
same
Nutella
thing
on a
happens
s'more,
if
but
you
But not
ask
for a
for
s'more.
same thing will happen if you ask for a well done steak in Texas. You'll be asked
Ooh.
politely,
Should
shouldn't
ask
ask
to
for
leave
well done
Texas.
steak
to
anywhere.
leave.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Jody brought up Starlink. Did Starlink solve their previous overheating issues? I assume so because Starlink never overheated and it was
Never
hot.
had
outside
any issues
today.
with Starlink. Yeah.
And then Scott K0WAV said, "How was the Starlink setup?" So I recorded a video about Starlink that I'll be putting on my RV channel because the Starlink system I have is for an RV. If you go to starlink.com/RV, that's the setup I have. So long story short, in a nutshell, Starlink worked very well. Okay,
Yes.
we were watching YouTube videos, we were browsing, we were doing all the things on the internet. Streaming from it did not work so great, but as Shane pointed out to me this morning, and I didn't look this up, I should have, but I didn't. The area in the state where we were is not even covered by Starlink. If you zoom down on the map on the Starlink website to where we were
How?
in Montague County, Texas, it says coming in 2023.
Yeah.
So technically, it shouldn't have even worked at all.
There's so
And
many
once a-
freaking Starlink satellites in the sky.
know.
That should be everywhere.
That's what I would think too. They're trying to create a mesh system out of it, from what I'm told, and it's not complete yet, and it tells you that before you buy it. Okay, it's not like I found out some big conspiracy after I got it. No, it tells you all this stuff before you buy it. So I'm like, okay, it's made for an RV. They specifically say it will not work if you try to mount it to the top of your truck and drive down the highway at 75 miles an hour. It's not going to work. Or they say it won't work, and they say which probably means that maybe you'll get it to work, but don't call them for support if
Right.
you do. And it's made to be set up at a campground once you arrive to your destination. And this is I used it in my backyard, and it worked pretty good in my backyard. But I know my area is saturated, so the fact that it wasn't even supposed to work out there at all, I say that's a big win because I've got that 4G hotspot on Verizon, and that works out there. But this worked much
better. Yeah.
much better.
And I
the
will say
stream-
that modification you made to it as well,
Yeah.
putting it up on that
Roof.
no,
Carbon-
the carbon
that-
fiber tripod,
Yeah.
and getting it up off the ground where it could see the sky above the trees.
Mhm.
I think that made a big difference.
Yes.
I do want to
Yep.
point out one person here in the chat, Jeff Gibson. My highlight for this was his first field day. He got 2 DX contacts.
Nice.
And ran the GOTO station, introduced several ham curious visitors to amateur radio,
Nice.
and had a bunch of fun on the air. So
Good.
that's what
What it's
field
all
day is
about.
about.
Good.
Yep.
Excellent. That's great. That's great.
Do,
Okay. We're just 8 o'clock. Let's do another drawing. So
Do
we're gonna
it.
give away a second RigExpert AA1500 analyzer. And let's see if I can get a high number this
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
time. Oh, it went down. 205. Okay. Let's go down
That's a
here to
good number.
205. Right there. 205.
I think that said K5QBF.
I don't think so. Greg Poliski.
Heck yeah, Greg.
Greg Poliski. So AA1500. Put that there and switch back over here, and I'll see if you have a call sign in your email address, and if you do, then unhide. No call sign in the email address. So, okay. So, Greg Poliski, whatever your call sign is, congratulations. You have won one of the AA1500 analyzers. So, one more to give away in about 15 minutes, and then we'll shut it down for the night, guys.
Michael has an interesting question here.
Okay.
He says was it terrible to be limited to 100 watts?
No.
And that was a new rule for this year's field day?
I've never done field day with more than 100 watts.
Yeah, me neither.
I've never done
never
more than
used it.
100 watts, so I have no idea.
I've never used an amp on field day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That kind of takes the whole meaning out of field day. I
I
mean, unless
agree.
you got enough batteries and stuff to power an amplifier, I don't know.
Doesn't,
Well, but there's-
doesn't
I mean, there's-
Callum have like a
yeah.
bank of batteries in his at his house
I
that he
think
uses
so.
to power everything?
Yeah, and a lot of people do field day from their clubhouse, their ham radio clubhouse, EOC, or even from home. You can do home stations, so you can use that there. I personally think if you're going to take an amp into a field, you need to take a hex beam and do POTA with it because
Right.
we did that at our Outer Banks last year, and we had people coming back to us. Wait a minute. You're where? We're at Outer Banks, Kilo, whatever it was. And you're running what? KPA 500, baby.
Mhm.
I was like, you guys are crazy. Yes, we are.
Propotoing harder.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were potoing harder. But
A lot of people are
Thanks-
bringing
thanks, Joe Brett.
100 watts.
But no, I've never done field day with more than 100 watts.
Me and
Mm.
Sideboom were talking about taking his 1500 watt amplifier out with the DX Commander and doing a POTA. We need to do that.
That'd be fun.
Go to a park, get one of those electrical
That'd be
outlets.
fun.
It's a 50 amp outlet. You're good to go.
Mhm.
That little generator that I bought, that little handheld generator, Mike, that's what I bought it for.
Yeah.
I mean, I needed
Oh,
it for
nice.
other stuff too. But that thing is what we had running the KPA 500 at Outer Banks. And when N8YO did CW with it, it would go doing sideband was no problem at all. So
I remember that. That was funny.
Yeah. You do FT8 with it, and it goes for like 15 seconds until it lets off the key. But the funniest part was you could hear the CW in the generator RPMs when Mike was going. But you hear the. That was so cool. So, yeah, but doing sideband, I had 500 watts on sideband was no problem at all.
Mhm.
I don't know about 1500 watts. I guess it depends on which amplifier it is, but. Let's
I guess
see.
that kind of makes it easier if you don't have a bunch of home stations with 1500 watts taking up that much bandwidth.
Mhm.
You put
Mhm.
more people on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that it kind of equalizes the field if you're trying to break into that contact that you've been trying to get for 5 minutes, and someone
Yeah.
new just spools over and
Uh-huh.
just smashes the band.
Yes. agreed.
Jason, you should see the comment from Joe Brett. I knew that was coming.
What did
that
he
will
say?
make it a good clip.
Yeah. Your sound effects.
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
YouTube
right ahead.
clips.
Good. Right ahead.
Yeah, I swear he has a hard drive for each of us.
I know it. Yeah. Questionable asks, does Motorola have a good ham radio, APX 6000 P25? That is not a ham radio. However, you can use it. You can use it on ham bands, VHF, UHF ham bands. A little pricey, but they used to make one called was it a Mycore? That was an HS, is a full open transmit from 0 to 30 megahertz HF rig. I think it was called a Mycore, M-I-K-O-R. They're supposed to be like really solid, rock solid field HF radios. I always wanted one. I just never found one for the right price. But yeah, you can use most of your Motorola's you can use on ham radio. I've got a couple of them, but don't pay too much for them because they're not really made for ham radio. They're made for commercial pocketbooks.
So here's a good question from Shooter Standby. Bandfast filters all work okay? What bands and what filters did we use?
Yeah, so we didn't really have that problem much. I mean, I guess there was a while there where Mike was on 15 meter sideband and I was on 20 meter FT8. And I didn't hear you bleeding over, Mike, so I think it worked okay both ways.
Yeah.
But we were using my Dune Star filters Dune Star is the, and I've had those for several years. I've had really good luck
We
with
got
them.
a full set of Dune Stars, I
Yeah.
think now.
Well, my 80 meter and my I think 10 meter, which we didn't use this weekend, are from RNL. And the reason I bought those brand, or he doesn't make them, but he sells a brand of bandpass filters. And I bought them before Field Day last year because Dune Star was sold out of theirs for those bands. So I was like, well, okay, I need some filters. But what I want to do is just get it like a breadboard and put all of them on a breadboard so we can just kind of plug into them that way. But
That would be nice, but on the other hand, though, you need long jumpers between stations on the switchboard. The way that we have them now,
Maybe.
you only need a little short jumper to put on between the radio and the antenna. But
I
if
don't
you
know
have them all in a single
if
board,
we
they
ever
run like long cables to each station that wants to use them.
I don't know. Maybe if we knew someone who had an in with Messi and Palomi coax, we could get longer jumpers. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe.
Just throwing it out there.
Hey,
We
Jason,
made all
can
the
I just,
jumpers for last time, and you didn't want to set up that way.
No.
No, I know. What, Noel?
I was gonna say, can I address the Motorola thing real quick? Being,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Come
Yeah,
from the
go
public
ahead.
safety background.
Yeah.
Motorolas are great radios, but unless you know what you're doing, or you know somebody who has the software, the cables, and everything else, that's a great way to go broke really quick, because you have to purchase everything from Motorola. They are very, very up on going after people who try to pirate their software. So I would not suggest that to anybody. I wouldn't suggest that for anything, but especially for Motorola. And it's not plug and play. A lot of it. There's a curve that you have to learn in order to use that stuff. And I saw one of the guys in here is a Motorola tech, and I think he'd probably agree with that. If you buy a Motorola, it's a great way to keep your local Motorola shop in business.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, but you can find them used on eBay, but you still have to buy the software, like you said.
Right. You can find lots of used radios on eBay. That doesn't mean it's easy to program. It also doesn't mean,
correct.
If you don't know what you're looking for, just because it's an XTS 3000 or XTS 5000, that could be a 700, 800 radio. That could be a 900 radio. That could be a VHF. It could be a UHF. You could get a VHF with a UHF antenna on it. You could get a VHF with a 700, 800 antenna on it, because the person who had it before you didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
So you got to be very careful with that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Very true.
I have
Very
a question. Real ham talk here.
Okay.
Is Field Day a contest or e-com practice?
Yes.
Sure is.
Exactly.
Yep. I agree.
That's what you make it.
Lovely.
Yeah. Yep.
Moving on.
Yep.
Honestly, I thought that would start some conversation, but I love how you just ended it.
Yeah.
Because it's both. It's both. I'm looking.
So Richard asked a question a minute ago that I'd like to talk about. Let's see. I lost it for a second. No. Oh yeah, I see the Field Day contest. So Richard said he had a 705. I'm trying to find that question in there. If you type the word question in your question, it will highlight it for me.
Was it up to something? Or a
No. He was asking about, he has a 705 and he's wondering if he should go with a G90. And if you're wanting to stay QRP, maybe, but gosh, the 705 is such a better radio, such a better receiver than the G90. I don't think, if you already have the 705, I can't find that question now, I'm sorry. If you already have the unless I misread it, correct me if I was trying to make sure I didn't misread it. If you already have the 705, I wouldn't mess with the G90, honestly.
No, not at all.
I would, if you just simply flat out want another QRP radio, save your pennies and get a KX2 or KX3.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I am not a fan of the KX2.
I don't have a KX2, but I have a KX3, and I really do like it.
I've used the KX2, and while I'm sure the receiver is great, I think the speaker on it is absolutely horrible. And when you're out in the field, you need a loud speaker. And I struggled to hear. I mean, when it's cranked, it's like it's not enough.
Hmm.
And it's
Okay, so I thought Richard asked that question. Plasma Storm, you're asking that. So I hope you're listening because we're answering your question. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. As a secondary wrap rig, I don't understand what you mean by wrap rig. But if you already have a 705, I would not waste my money unless you just flat out, unless that's just the radio you want. Unless you just like, hey, I like Zygu. It's a cool looking radio. It sounds good. I've talked to people on POTA, and I really like the way it sounds. Great. Then go get that. But I would, what's that radio like? 450, something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
I would save your money and get something.
Would
since you already have a 705 anyway.
Would you recommend a G90 for your first HF radio?
I've answered this question extensively, but I'm happy to talk about it again. If you understand what QRP is, and that's your goal, sure. If you're a brand new ham, and you, that's Dusty. I saw that question too. That's Dusty asking that. If you're a brand new ham and you understand what QRP is, sure. If you're a brand new ham and you don't understand what QRP is, not quite, or you kind of know what it is, but you're like, well, I just want to get on the air because I just got my license. No, get a 100-watt rig. Get a 100-watt rig. Okay, you can get you can get a used rig for less than $600 or $700. You can get a brand new 7300 for about $1,100, I think. So unless you just truly want a QRP rig, because guess what? You know what a 100-watt radio does? It has a power output knob that you can turn down to 5 watts.
Now it's QRP.
And now it's QRP.
That's a great point.
So,
sort of.
You get a 891, you get a 7300, you get an old 7000 or 7100 or an FT857 or anything. You can turn the power down. And
As
it's
far-
QRP.
If you
So-
decide you like QRP, then you spend some more money instead of nickel and diming yourself to get to where you can make a contact with someone.
Right.
It's the G90 is a great radio. I do like it. I love it for going out and doing POTAs. But as far as if it's going to be your first radio at the house as your station, no, because
Yeah.
I ran it at the house and
Yeah.
I was just sitting at the house. It's like, man, I wish I had more power.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Unless you're just wanting to do QRP, and that's what Adam's in the chat. K6RK, he likes QRP. He really enjoys QRP. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, to each his own. If that's what you like to do, there is a challenge to it, and there is a very good feeling to it when you've worked DX with 5 watts. It's really cool. You're like,
It's satisfying.
Wow, what just freaking happened? It's very satisfying. It's a good way to put it. It's very satisfying.
Yeah.
But unless you, typically speaking, you're a seasoned ham before you try to get into that type of operating. So.
I
But-
haven't been a general for that long. In my first radio, I went with the 7300 because it was a 100-watt radio that I could use at home, and if I wanted to take it portable, I could. The 891, you can do that as well, but I like the display and the menu functions of the 7300 better.
Mhm.
The 7300 is not perfect. It has its downfalls, as N5SKT is probably going to tell me in the chat.
Oh
But
yeah,
but to
Here it
get out
comes.
there and to make it just easy to make a contact. I mean, that's where I went. I just put off having a radio for a few more months to save up the coin to go with the bigger radio, and I do POTA with it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mike
that was my
does
point.
POTA with it.
That was my point. It's like you need a higher power radio to start with. Get into it, get used to it. And if you decide you want to try the QRP stuff, then that's great. Follow up with it. But you don't, because if you start with a low power radio to begin with, you're going to get so frustrated because you'll be able to hear people, but they won't be able to hear you. So I mean,
Mhm. Right.
it's
Jody
very
in the
frustrating.
chat is echoing the same sentiment. It's nothing more frustrating than being a new ham and can't get a contact.
Right. Until you just need to get on the air and kind of get used to it and get the feel for it, and then decide if you want to do QRP. So,
Because if you
Rick,
decide you don't want the high power rig, you can always sell it and buy a QRP rig.
right.
So
Or
Or
you
two.
take that
two,
rig and
yeah.
just turn down the power.
Yeah.
All those radios you could pretty much go down to 1 watt. Some will give you less.
oh yeah, my 7200, I've made contacts on less than 1 watt. And of course, it's digital, but that's it's the technical part that makes it challenging, especially when you
Yeah.
build your own antennas.
Yeah. So Rick is asking, antenna for a Flex Radio Power Genius amp. DX Commander.
Yeah.
Will handle legal limit.
Absolutely.
The Hustler
the-
5B TV or the
Yep.
4-band vertical.
Yep. The
Depending on what your house is.
I wouldn't put a legal limit amplifier on a vertical. That's just me. I would want a freaking beam. I would want it.
But
Yeah,
that's true.
There's a lot of hex beams. The Buddy Flex or Buddy Hex is one of them. The VHQ hex beam is and there's a couple of hex beams out there that'll do full legal limit.
Is
So-
a Buddy
Or
X full
stacked
limit?
Yagis on a 200-foot tower.
There
Right,
you go.
Yeah. The Buddy Hex itself is full legal limit. The BNC connector the feed point BNC that we have for it is not. He's working on an updated SO239 BNC feed point connector. Gosh, an updated connector that'll go right on the hex beam,
Okay.
and then all the wires and elements and everything will handle legal limit. Yes. So, yeah, but most hex beams will handle legal limit. NA4RR hex beam I think will handle legal limit. The Radio Waves hex beam will handle legal limit. So. I would get a beam. I mean, it depends on where you're at, dude. If you're in an apartment complex with an attic doing legal limit, then more power to you, buddy. But
I'm envious.
Assuming you've got a yard somewhere that you can put up a decent antenna, get a beam of some sort.
If
So-
you're doing
Steve
full
is
legal limit in
asking,
an apartment
step-
complex, your neighbors hate your guts.
right, right.
Wonder why their
right.
blender keeps coming on.
Yeah.
Steve Ham Radio saying step IR.
Step IR is a good one. You can't really
Yep.
beat a step IR. They're
Get ready to open
price-
that wallet.
they're pricey, but hey, if you got a Power Genius, you've probably got more money than I do. So
That's true.
because I don't have a Power Genius.
In your
You
house,
do
you'll be
have
able to
another
take off.
antenna analyzer to give away, though.
Yes, yeah, we can
Yes,
even
we
give
do.
away the last analyzer. Hayden, I've already talked to Chris at Buddy Pull about you, man. We're gonna try to get you taken care of. So, all right. So one more antenna analyzer, a RigExpert AA 1500, and let me go over here. And I really hope it's a high number this time because we've been down like below 500 for everything. So. Once again, these will be drop shipped, I think, from Gigaparts, but I'll confirm that when I email you. And then the two people who won the Nano VNAs will be drop shipped from RNL. So thank you to everybody. A lot of people are going to drop off. I see 582 people watching right now. A lot of people are going to drop off after I do this last one. That's okay. Sign up for the GMRS giveaway for next month if GMRS interests you, or if you just want to give them to your kids or something. That's cool. Because the GMRS license covers your whole family. I'm not telling you to use them without a license, but you can. But if you have a GMRS license, then your whole family's covered, and you can give them to your kids and let your kids use them. It's totally legal. So sign up for that. Be sure to check out us on this channel a week from today for the Happy 4th of July happy hour, and I'll invite all these guys and most of the usuals on the happy hour will be there. So we're gonna have a good time this time next Sunday as well. So last giveaway of the night. And thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Sign up on my email list, hamradio2.com/email-sign up to keep up with all of this stuff that I do. So looking forward to seeing what else happens this year. All right, last number right here. Good, it went up. 693. Okay, 693. Scroll down. 693 right there. Stuart Hayes.
Congrats, Stuart.
Heck yeah, Stuart.
Stuart Hayes.
About time Stuart won something.
And that's right. Stuart Hayes right there. Let me unhide the column here and see if I can get him to see if he's got a call sign in his email address. No, he doesn't. So Stuart Hayes, whatever your call sign is, congratulations on that win. Congratulations to everybody tonight. Once again, special thanks to both RNL Electronics for the Nano VNAs. Thank you to RigExpert and Gigaparts, both, because I emailed Gigaparts and I said, hey, here's what I want to do. And they're like, yeah, okay, fine. They forwarded my email to RigExpert and they set all that up for me. So RigExpert gave me a discount and I'm paying for them, and Gigaparts is going to ship them. So special thanks to everybody for that. Frank, did you ever see a stream for Rhea pop up?
No, I just was reloading her page and I
Okay.
have not seen it yet.
She might have one tonight then.
Yeah. But still, check out Ria's Handshake. Great content, and she knows so much more than me. So much more.
Yeah, for sure. No. Okay, so this is a good question here, Dell. Do drawing the numbers get purged every time, or am I signed up like 7 times after each month? So, here's how it works in a nutshell. Every time I do a monthly drawing, I create a brand new list and have people sign up again. When that drawing is completed at the end of the month, I take that list, that brand new list that I just created for that drawing, and I dump it into my main email list. If you are already on my main email list, the email software is smart enough to say, hey, that guy's already here. So like last month, I think I had 1,100 and something people signed up, and when I dumped that 1,100 names into my main email list, I think it added like 600 or 700 new people. So it found 600 or 700 duplicates, something like that. So you will not get duplicate email. The only way you'll get duplicate emails from me is if you sign up under more than one email address. Those of you who are trying to sign up 2 or 3 times under multiple email addresses, I purge those before the drawing. So if you start getting double emails from me, then that means that I purged your other email address, but your second or third or fourth email address got added to my main list, and now you're getting double emails from me. But you'll never get multiple emails at the same email address from my list. The list is smart enough to know that that shouldn't happen. So that's how that works. All right. So what? Yeah. Thanks, Noel. Thanks for sharing that. Okay. I'm going to go around the room here and just kind of say what's happening next. Frank, do we have a list for tomorrow night yet?
It will be posted on my Twitter account once it's created. The Twitter post goes live. I usually like to schedule it for noon CST on the day of. I usually have those lists to start to be put together the day prior, but we've been busy and I forgot.
Yeah, we've been busy this weekend, so that's fine.
Thanks for saying something and putting me on the spot, Jason.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, okay, so what's coming up on your channel, Frank? That's really my question. I knew you were going to talk about Monday Night Ham Radio. So,
coming up on my channel, I think this is my week off. I'm streaming, so it's going to be up on everyone else's. But I do have some cool stuff coming down the pipe. I can't wait to get to it. It was going to be a secret because I was going to take over some contest that usually happens on Thursdays, but I'm working on something for my G90. I'm hoping to get that content out here soon. And Jason, you're wearing one of my t-shirts. I'm wearing one of Mike's t-shirts. Where can we get that stuff at?
Shop.hamradio2.com. You can go order t-shirts in various sizes and colors there. And they are drop shipped from a place called Apparel Lab in Huntsville, Alabama. They do a really good job with them.
Cool.
So
that's all I have.
Cool. Thanks for being here, Frank. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Mike, you're next. What's up, man?
Uh-oh. I wasn't prepared for a speech. We got
Mike.
We got Mailbag Monday, episode 20, coming out tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central.
Very cool.
And then I had a video shot for an antenna, but I'm going to go ahead and not do that this week because the antenna turned out to not be so good.
Maybe it was just malfunctioning.
Not when you set it up 3 times.
Oh,
no, just that. Just. I think you got a bad one. I think they.
We're gonna go with
something
that.
on that one.
We're gonna go with that.
Noel ran over one of the posts. Caused it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
That must have been it. That must. He broke the 99-cent
directing
spike.
my driving. Thank you.
It wasn't working for a whole day before Noel got there, but we're gonna blame him anyway.
Yeah. I've got a lot of editing to do. We've got the K8MRD shooting stuff video that I like to do for every field day instead of actually showing ham radio. I like to show guns because I don't know. To me, it's like we always set up the same way, and it's like, well, here's this again. So why not? That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah.
So I've got some shooting videos. We've got a couple barbecue videos for my barbecue channel, All Ham No Radio. I think I have like 65 subscribers on that channel now.
Nice. That's good.
They're gonna get more. I'm on it.
I shared it on my live stream yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's probably why. Yeah.
Some people probably went out there and looked at it.
I've got a couple videos uploaded to YouTube that I have no idea. I can't remember what else I did.
That sounds like me.
Yeah. So I don't know. I gotta scurry and get something for this week. I've still got all kinds of stuff to shoot and film and all that, but yeah. So just more of that, and maybe one of these. I actually have Scott KI5NPL from Ham Radio for Non-Techies lent me his Buddy Stick Pro. Is that what it's called? The thing that everyone loves that I
the one that I lent you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I still need to play with that, although it's kind of pointless to make a video on it because you can't get one right now. But
true. Very true.
But yeah, I've got all kinds of stuff in the workings. So
Frank.
Never a dull day in the K8MRD radio stuff universe.
Good.
And thank you,
man.
David Hunter. That's there's actually two guns there, but one's in a little sock.
Cool. Thanks for being here, Mike.
Hey, thank you, and congratulations to everyone for winning, and that's very awesome of you, Jason, to give to the kids these. Oh, look at that! Yeah.
Well, what's he doing?
Nope, not showing a thing. It was backstage. No one saw it.
It's off the screen. So.
Oh no, it was off the screen.
Yeah, it's off. It was off the screen. So he muted himself, so it's not on the screen. But and I'm not.
We may have seen some magic smoke this weekend.
Oh yes, yeah. Magic smoke.
More to come.
Yeah, more to come.
Oh yeah, go subscribe to K8MRD radio stuff.
That's right.
You get to see more of me. Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Shane, what's up on your channel next, man?
Well, I've got GMRS radio review coming. I'm waiting on the software from the manufacturer so that you can open up some more of the features. I've got a couple of short antenna videos coming up. And then next will be the Support Your Parks plaque event. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for that, if I'm going to do Ray Roberts or if I'm going to go down to a twofer somewhere and work on that. My channel is This Side of the Radio. I'll drop a link. Got about 1,750 of you folks over there that have joined me, so thanks to each and every one of you who's signed up for that. I don't post as frequently as I should, but I post when I can. Also, you can catch myself, Joe Brett, and Izzo and the rest of the gang, Steve and Beer Snack, over on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central. We do this little show called the Ham Radio Clubhouse. It's ham radio sometimes and ham radio adjacent most of the time. But we have a lot of fun, 7 p.m. Central Time over on that channel. I'll put a link for that. But other than that, that's all I got. Thanks for the invitation out to the to the Deer Lease, Jason and Mike and Frank. Thanks for the use of your armament to get my my sharpshooter skills back and had a great time as always. Looking forward to the next one. So, but yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for having me tonight.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for being here. Noel doesn't have a channel, but you got anything upcoming and cool?
No, I got
radio
nothing.
Stuff?
Nah.
No.
When do you guys think help? When do you guys think come help me plant my own? I got the seed already. I just need to put some stuff on top of it.
Need to water it?
Yeah.
I need to water it.
How many sections do you have?
I've got it'll be 40 feet total.
Okay.
I'll be the guy on the ground that just does stuff on the ground.
Pointing.
You got a tilt over base
point,
for it?
Yeah.
No tilt over on this one.
No tilt over. Okay. All right. Well, let me know. I'll come help you.
I changed my mind.
Not supposed to tilt over anyway.
I don't mind climbing towers, but I don't want to do it when it's 100 degrees outside.
No, that's why it's sitting out in the yard.
Yeah. So I climbed many a towers in my time, but I don't do it. I don't typically do it in the summer.
And I don't have a ham radio related shirt, but hey guys, I'm sure it's backwards, but I am a lawn dart survivor.
Lawn dart survivor. That's
nice.
It's right on our screen. That's what matters.
It's correct on our screen. Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks, guys. I'll put you guys in the Zoom on hold. I'm going to do a closeout, and then I'll be back with you in a second. So thanks for being on the stream tonight, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'm out. Actually, I gotta go.
Adios.
All right, that's cool.
Later.
See ya. All right. Well, special thanks to everybody who did work us on the bands. I think I worked like 35 or 40 FT8 stations. I know Mike got, 15, 20 or so, 25 contacts. But he did all those on 15 meters. So that was fun. It was fun to see 15 meters out there. But this was fun to do. So we will be back next week with once again with July Happy Hour. Happy 4th of July Happy Hour. And we're going to give away some GMRS radios at the end of July. And for the POTA Plaque weekend in the middle of July, I'm going with Charlie, NJ7V from Red Summit RF, and a few other folks to the Grand Canyon. We're going to POTA from out there. So we're trying to decide if we're going to announce it or just like go out there ourselves, film it, and talk about it later. I don't know yet. So, but yeah. So we got a cool POTA adventure planned for Support Your Parks weekend next month, and that should be fun. So special thanks for being here tonight, guys. These giveaways are fun. I really enjoyed the participation in the chat, and join us tomorrow night for Monday Night Ham Radio if Frank ever gets the link posted. So 73 to all. Say what you want to, Frank. They can't hear you. I can hear you, but they can't. He's yelling at me right now. 73, guys. Appreciate y'all being out here, and we'll catch you next time.